welcome. I'm Shivani Singh. On December 26, 2025, which is the Boxing Day, the UK government celebrated a major diplomatic victory. After 12 years of imprisonment in Egypt and a high-stakes campaign involving 3 British prime ministers, the prominent British-Egyptian activist Alaa Abd El-Fattah finally touched down at London's Heathrow Airport. The UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said that he was delighted. Human rights groups called it a win for democracy. But within 48 hours, that delight evaporated. A series of shocking and vile tweets from Alaa's past resurfaced, sparking a national outcry that has united the political right in a single demand: revoke his citizenship and kick him out. Today, we are looking at the vetting failure that has rocked the Downing Street and the complex legal reality of whether a British citizen can actually be deported for what they said a decade ago. To understand why the UK fought so hard for him, we have to look at who Alaa is. A software developer and a blogger, Alaa became the face of the 2011 Egyptian revolution. To the West, he was a symbol of the Arab Spring, a digital activist fighting for freedom, but to the Egyptian state, he was a threat. He spent the better part of the last decade behind bars on charges of spreading false news. His mother, Laila Suif, went on a grueling 10-month hunger strike to force London's hand. From Boris Johnson to Rishi Sunak to Keir Starmer, every UK leader pressured Cairo for his release. He was granted British citizenship in his prison cell in 2021 through his British-born mother. But as the cheers of his homecoming faded, a digital ghost appeared. The tweets in question date back to 2010 and 2012. In them, Alaa allegedly endorsed the killing of Zionists and colonialists, referred to the British as dogs and monkeys, and even stated, and I quote here, "I am a racist, I do not like white people." He also allegedly called for the murder of police officers. The reaction was instantaneous. Conservative leaders labeled the comments as disgusting and aberrant, while Reform UK actually wrote to the Home Secretary demanding his immediate deportation. The government's response has been a masterclass in damage control. Downing Street now admits that the Prime Minister was unaware of these posts when he welcomed Alaa back. The Foreign Secretary described the vetting process as an unacceptable failure. But can the UK actually deport him? This is where the law gets messy. Robert Jenrick and the Conservative front bench are pushing to use the 1971 Immigration Act, arguing that Alaa's presence is not conducive to the public. However, legal experts point out a massive hurdle: citizenship by birth or descent. Alaa obtained his citizenship through his mother. Unlike naturalized citizens, stripping someone of citizenship they are entitled to by birth is legally almost impossible unless they have committed acts of terrorism or high-level organized crime. Also, while the tweets are inflammatory, they were written over a decade ago, and mostly while he was in Egypt. Proving that they represent a present threat to the UK is a tall order for any prosecutor. For his part, Alaa Abd El-Fattah has issued an unequivocal apology. In a statement, he has said that he was shaken by the backlash and explained the tweets as the anger and frustrations of a young man during a time of extreme police brutality in Egypt. Supporters like Labour MP John McDonnell argue that Alaa has evolved from a furious young man into a peaceful advocate for dignity. They warned that deporting a human rights activist back to a country where he was tortured would be a stain on Britain's own human rights record. The Alaa Abd El-Fattah case is a collision of two British values: the commitment to protecting citizens unfairly detained abroad, and the zero tolerance policy for extremism and hate speech. As we move into 2026, the Home Office faces a landmark decision. Does Alaa's past cancel out his status as a political refugee? Or is the UK's protection of its citizens absolute, regardless of how aberrant their old creeds may be? Thank you for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.